Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Another 1v1 matchup is happening in New Orleans. We got Burke versus Keyon. ABC crew breaks it down. Let's get straight to it, fellas.
Burke,
the one.
This is it. This is it, Burke. This is it for you right here. This is the one to get you over the hump. I ain't got to go ahead, Millie, because I'm gonna get too excited. I'm gonna get too excited, bro.
No, keep going, keep going. I want to hear
bro.
that.
I just think this is the one to get him over the hump. This is the moment for him. This is it. The moment. This is it right here. The M. This is the moment for you right now to become who you want to be in the scene. You think you deserve more respect? The people think you deserve more respect. There's no more respect for you to gain than going out there in NOLA and beating Keyon in a one-on-one after he took your spot for a pay-per-view and then won 30-9. So oh my God, this is so beautiful. Mwah, mwah. The storylines are just all over the place for us, fellas. It's just all over. It's exquisite. Oh, and storylines just don't stop, man. I can't wait to watch this, man. Let's get to it.
Let's get to the IG post referring to Keyon and Burke. They have some words for each other. Let's get straight into it. The tension is rising. Let's hear what Keyon had to say first.
The 30, I give it 30. I mean, 30, 16, 30, 30, 18, something like that. Maybe but something like that. Somewhere around the lines, bro. Depends on how I'm feeling that day, bro. It depends on how I'm feeling, bro.
All right,
if I feel like he should get 18, then he might get 18. If I feel like he should get 16, then he might get 16.
Yo, he's wilding.
It's all about. See, I go in. It's all about how I'm feeling.
So, what's the score prediction with Burke?
And then Keyon posts this picture after he played Kel. It says, "Quick to spin a ninja's block, run a lap around my ops. Since you feel a type of way, now I'm coming for your top." At Burke.
Wow.
Then Burke responds to that, says, "Feelings wasn't for you. A lot of these folks got shit twisted about me, but you in the way now. Sorry in advance." ABC crew. It's the first time we've seen Burke really pop it.
Yeah.
Did he pop it?
a little shoulder pop lock.
I feel like that's on par for Burke. Be yourself. Be yourself, right? That's what we want to see. But I think that this is the biggest game of Burke's one-on-one career.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly. This is a big moment, the biggest moment. This really is a fork in the road. And I'm not saying you can't bounce back. Of course you can bounce back. Whoever loses these games, you can always bounce back. But whoever wins this definitely gets catapulted up another level. And I think Burke has more to gain from this one.
I'll say this. Burke cannot lose this game.
He can't.
And the reason why I say this is because he feels as if he got snubbed, right? B made a good point. Keyon went out there, fan voted, and won 30-9. It wasn't no close game. It wasn't he almost won. He went out there and dominated. So this is Burke's opportunity to prove to the fans, I was the right vote in. And he has to go out there. He has to dominate Keyon. He has to win this game. I'm not saying he has to win by 10 or 15, but he has to go out there and put on a show and put on a dominant performance to prove why he should have been in the pay-per-view over Keyon. Because if he goes up there and loses and validates what the fans were seeing in Keyon, it's going to be tough for him to bounce back, but he will bounce back. But I'm saying he cannot lose because the fans will be like, yeah, see, that's why we voted in Keyon. You know how the fans get. They ruthless out there. That's just me being 100% honest.
Yeah.
I think the fans are gravitating towards Keyon because of his personality too, fellas. I think we missing that he's choosing a role. I'm going this route. I'm popping it to any and everybody within the scene. I believe in myself. I'm giving score predictions. I'm doing X, Y, Z. Now, there is a route where, let's say it doesn't go that way and Burke wins. Keyon is going to receive some backlash. But he's...
Oh, Mike cut out.
Oh, no way. Your mic just cut out mid-conversation.
Must have been blasphemy.
NBD.
I'll take over. No,
go ahead, Mills.
I do think that Keyon... I don't think he really is doing anything intentional. Is he laughing?
No, he's blowing like the Nintendo. He's blowing the damn switch.
I don't think Keyon chose a path. B. He's just super confident, thinks he's better than everyone, and is effortlessly showing it. I don't think there's much thought put into this, though, personally.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
I think he put in a lot of thought.
You think so, bro? You think this is intentional?
He wasn't like that in Chapter 2, Season 2. Very quiet.
Well, he
Very-
wasn't there for a whole day, Keyon.
He didn't say anything when he was frying either.
Even behind the scenes, he wasn't really saying nothing.
He was
True, but I think
anything.
that was like his first time. He didn't even meet the guys yet, you know? You could be
Listen.
right. It might be intentional.
I think the way he's talking, even the way Cell held him accountable in the face off. That wasn't your energy. You said something else. Then he said something worse. I just think one is confidence. He's very confident in his abilities, but I do think he's kind of like, man, I'm about to pop it to all these dudes. Ain't none of them better than me. I don't care. And I think that's his approach, man. And I love his approach because you're gonna be, if you lose, bro, everybody gets backlash when they lose. But it's the fact that he's so confident in his abilities that he's willing to put his trash talk on line. You know what I'm saying? I just really love that. I love that.
Yeah. Do you
And-
think go ahead, so
No, go ahead, Mills.
I was gonna ask, do y'all think that Burke is a tougher matchup for Keyon? Just matchup for matchup, not necessarily who's better out of Burke and Kel, but just being that Burke is 6'3", a little bit more length. Do you think that's just gonna be a little tougher on Keyon?
I think so. I think it'd be a little tougher. It's a different look.
Yeah.
Burke brings a different look than Kale brought, offensively and defensively. But it's just who can mitigate Keyon's elusiveness. He's so elusive, like you kind of can't be physical with him. So it's weird. Someone has to crack that code early because there's not a lot of footage out there of him in the 1v1 space for you to really watch. Like, all you have really is that one game versus Kale, and there's not really much you can watch from that. It was a dominant performance.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or there's not much you can take. Like, oh yeah, I can stop X, Y, and Z, because he was getting to whatever he wanted to get to.
It's gonna be a tough matchup all around because I do think, like Cell said, Keyon has an advantage. There's no film, and there's a hell of a lot of film on Burke and what he likes to do, and it's gonna come down to that 3-ball, fellas. If Burke is gonna be making 3 balls similar to the way he played Noah Blackwell, then he has a chance. If he's not making 3 balls similar to how he was in Chapter 2, Season 2, it could get dark. It really can, you know. So it all depends, man. Because I don't think he's going to be able to get downhill and finish over the top of Keyon consistently. I don't.
For Burke, my only worry is this: is he comes out there with all that pent up aggression and forgets the game plan because he might be pissed off for how the fans voted and this and that. And I'm like, if Burke just goes in there and treats it like another game, I think he has the opportunity for sure, like in front of him, that he could really conquer and definitely prevail. Burke is special talent, man. He's special talent for sure. Special talent. The last one we saw was him versus John. It was down to the wire game, but John was kind of like the same athletic build as Burke. Quick twitch, super athletic. Both can somewhat shoot it. Like, well, I'm not gonna say somewhat shoot it. Both can shoot the ball. Burke, I think, is a better shooter than John. But yeah, if Burke 3 balls falling, man, it could be a long night for Keyon. But that 3 ball has to fall because we're not gonna see too many misses from Keyon.
Yeah. When the last time you seen Burke do a jab 3?
San Francisco.
San Fran?
Yeah.
You know, and in San Fran, he just did a really good job of mixing that up, that half court and that jab series that he was doing in Chapter 2, Season 2. Michael Beasley could have gotten in his head a little bit about, yo, Burke, down here. I did hear Beasley say that. Down here every time, down here every time. And Burke is a listener. He's going to listen and do what the coach tells him to do. I just hope he goes back to the jab series because he also is very effective just playing and then countering off of that jab series that he does. So I hope he does mix it up in that one-on-one just to make Keyon think, because I'm pretty sure Keon's thinking he's going to go downhill and at me every single time.
I was just about to say that, about to make that point. He has to make sure he at least shoots those shots, those triple threat threes, and makes you work and makes you think a little bit, and then mix it up with the half court and go downhill and all the way to the rim and then pull up. But he didn't utilize the 3 or the jab 3 at all in Chapter 2, Season 2.
Yeah.
He just didn't. He wasn't, like you said, he wasn't even looking for it. And I think he's way too well-rounded of a player to not even make that. Like, you're eliminating food off your plate. Like, it just minimizes his game so much if he's just straight downhill every time. He's not that kind of player. He's a better player than that.
Yeah.
So I think if he's playing at his best with the 3-ball incorporated, this could be a really good matchup.
Yeah. Who's
A
the
win
favorite?
for both.
Oh, go ahead,
do?
sir.
Oh no, go ahead. I was say a win for both. What does it do for both? Like, where do they go next? Like, if we win for Burke, who does he play? Who are the guys he plays? Win for Keyon. I mean, we already know what we said about that. Win for Keyon means, I think, winner of Cam and Moon.
I think regardless for Burke, his next game is Kel. Personally, I just want to see that. I think it's a great bounce back for Kel as well. You know what I mean? I think the next game for Burke is Kel, and then for Keyon, Cam.
That's what I said. Winner of Cam and Moon for me.
Cam and Moon. Winner of Cam and Moon.
Yeah.
Keyon, get it.
Yeah. For Burke, I kind of agree with Millie. I just think it's Kel regardless. I think so many people want to see that game regardless of win or loss. That I think is going to happen, whether it be in a season or in another city event. For Keyon, I think he plays the loser of Cam and Moon.
I say that
because I just don't think. I think whoever wins that Cam and Moon matchup might be on a trajectory of an NBA guy. I do.
Really?
Yeah. That's just how I feel. I just think like Moon is like, if Moon beats Cam so smooth, to me, he could play like I do think Moon could play NBA guy. And I'm not talking about a Lance Stevens. I'm just talking about somebody his size. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I just don't think, though, as much pain as Moon and Cam put in for the entire scene, I don't think Keyon gets the winner of that big game. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. They're gonna tell me if I'm wrong. They're gonna tell me if they're gonna disagree with me, whatever the case. I just don't think not yet.
But then if they move to an NBA guy, then I feel like the potential for the Keyon Cam or Keyon Moon game is too good. I think that game needs to happen before an NBA.
Or it may be Rob. Like, I could see the way Cam look against Rob in the 1-on-1 to 100. I think Cam and Rob would make more. It's just my opinion. I just don't think Keyon, even if he does beat Burke, has done enough to play the winner of that game that has been built up for 2 years. I could be tripping, but that's just my opinion. That's just
for sure. Keyon versus Moon would be really interesting.
It would be
really interesting.
It would be. I think he probably needs one more win after Burke.
Yeah. I will say
I could be tripping, but
I will say the 1v1 space, like, to play NBA guy, right? We haven't seen that since 2021, 2022 in the lab.
Yeah.
Free good Chalmers, Hezzy guy versus, I think it was like he played like Ty Lawson, like a whole event like that, right? Shout out to In the Lab for that. But in my opinion, the only way that would make sense for me for a YouTube guy to play NBA guy is if it's a whole event. Kind of like similar to what In the Lab did. Like, you kind of get all NBA matchups and then you get YouTube matchups. But I really think that the YouTube guys should focus on playing each other because they just build themselves up. Like, they play each other. Like, I don't think they need NBA matchups to solidify them in this space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the NBA matchups are fire. Like, like it's definitely like a wild card thing, definitely a bucket list thing, but to solidify yourself in this specific, like, particular space where NBA guys are trying to infiltrate, I think you guys stamp it with your core community in the YouTube space. And then if YouTube guys come on, like, they come along, you know what I mean? I think seeking out an NBA matchup is, you're going to get an older guy probably. You're not going to get as an active person like that's in the NBA probably, right? So it's going to look a little different. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be totally wrong, but I think the YouTube guys should definitely protect that sanctuary that they have amongst each other in the community. I think the most healthy thing for the space is to just have the core guys, like, continue how we've been doing, have the YouTube guys, core guys, and then you add in NBA guys for a matchup or maybe two. But I think, like, you have on the card, on a pay-per-view card, like, this scene was built from YouTube players, and a lot of these guys, a lot of fans care about these guys more than seeing some NBA players. I'm not talking
like Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson, if you get some of these heavy hitter NBA matchups, and of course, and it's amazing, and it brings so many eyes, as we learned from pay-per-view too. Like it exploded because of that. But we got to stay always with the roots of the YouTube guys and continue to bring guys in and build up. Y'all see Eugene is on the scene. Well, not on the scene, but he's playing against Nas.
Yes,
I
sir.
can't wait for that. Like,
Yes, sir.
he's the perfect
T-minus
kind of
3
guy.
days.
Yeah, overseas guy, that's been putting in work. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. He could be a regular on the scene. Who knows?
Yeah.
So
I'm pissed right now. I ain't gonna lie. I just thought about something. I look short as hell on this screen the way my camera looks. This looks ridiculous. Bro, no, fellas. Accountability. No one said nothing.
I was
normally you do that though.
Bro, my head is at Bielsa's shoulders when I'm sitting down.
But you're normally kind of like vibing.
Yeah, normally you do that.
But like I'm sitting straight up.
Normally, but brother, normally
standing
you be
straight
low
up.
though. That's why they say that. Normally you be like,
yeah, maybe my camera. I gotta fix my camera. It's like Mills is perfect in the frame B, and then you got Cell looking like a fucking dwarf over here, man.
Imagine if Cell was standing straight.
No, hey, no, all right, everybody relax. Everybody, no, that's enough. Yeah, no.